Charles Ballard, and we're going to be talking about e-commerce. But first, Jumia. Jumia is a very known name, especially in the country. How exactly has Black November been for you?
So far, we call it Black Friday because the franchise we have developed is called Black Friday.
Right.
And no, it has been. It has been very good. Mm-hmm. A lot of excitement, a lot of new categories for us. More to come because the campaign is. It's still ongoing. Mm-hmm. Friday is going to be the biggest day of the campaign, right. And it will continue also next week until the end of the month.
And of course, a lot of businesses have strategically positioned themselves to make the most sales in this particular month. We're talking about an e-commerce platform that deals in second-hand goods. Kevin Rakama, if you could just tell us, what exactly is the Corridor Market? What do you do?
Corridor Marketplace happens to be the technology which connects families who are looking forward to sell their items. Basically, those are used items, so they would come to the platform. Others would create an account, others would require or request agency services so that it may be easier for them to just dispose their household items.
And now we're seeing a contrast of, a Kenyan-based company and a company that has an outreach of almost 11 countries within the continent. What is the history of Jumia? It has grown so popular with a lot of Kenyans. Where exactly did it come from?
So Jumia, it started in the first place in Nigeria, and then it expanded across several markets. To date, the main market of the group are Nigeria, Egypt, then you have Kenya, Ivory Coast, Morocco, and then we have 6 other markets, including Tunisia, Algeria, South Africa, Uganda, Ghana. I'm sure I'm missing some of them.
Charles, when you look at Kenya in comparison to these other countries, e-commerce is very popular, especially in Nigeria. Would you say that we are catching up? Do we have buyers who are willing to buy things from the e-platform?
Yeah, for sure. I think we are more than catching up because Kenyan consumers, compared to the rest of the continent, are quite connected. Mostly through their mobile, and e-commerce is growing fast. For sure, the e-commerce scene is a bit more advanced in Nigeria, but to be honest, the Kenyan scene is really catching up and is getting closer and closer.
And Charles, you would know that, of course, buying of second-hand items, especially when it comes to Kenyans, need a lot of trust. We do not necessarily want to part with our money if we're not sure where exactly it's going. How would you say you've built trust, especially on the e-platform?
On the second-hand market, we've seen a trend on the style of people buying items through referrals. Once one client comes to your platform, they get a good experience, they're able to share amongst themselves. And for the other clients who also come there, they get good experience. That's how they're going to share the information about the platform. So as for us, we've been continuing to innovate and find new tools which will make them have easy time in accessing the platform, as well as finding the things which they are looking for from the platform. And
Kevin, when it comes to innovation, we talk about technology a lot, we talk about how it's helping us to advance, but there's also the aspect of Corridor Market, which takes place in a traditional shop, a traditional physical shop. What would you say the contrast is between selling online and selling physically?
Basically, we've seen both offline and online go hand in hand. We've seen people go online to just look and get more information about the items, but now the rest of the clients would really want to go to the ground and see the items for themselves. This normally happens in the second-hand market because now they have to ask questions like, how long has these things been used? What is the condition? And do you have warranties? Such questions, they happen to get them better when they come on the offline shop. So on the online bit is we have a platform where it helps these clients to be able to investigate more. They can compare prices with other platforms. They can look for more details, more research for themselves before they come to the shop.
And speaking of competitive prices, now I have to throw it back to you, Charles. When it comes to selling online, there is the convenience of reaching people so much easily, right? What would you say are some of the perks of selling online?
So you mean for a platform such as Jumia, or
yes,
for the vendors?
For e-commerce platforms in general.
So I mean let me take the point of view of the customers. I think for the customers, I mean, there are several. I mean, the main interest is that it's very easy to compare prices between brands within a brand, the different models, compare the specs, etc. Then obviously you get the convenience of the delivery. You can get, I mean, you don't need to go to a shop, you don't need to spend time in a shopping mall or going through different shops. You get generally a much broader assortment directly on the platform. Then you can get it delivered to your place or to a nearby pickup station. And then generally or at least at Jumia, customer service is quite good, and you get warranty, and you get the ability to return your product in case of any issue or in case of any damage with the product.
And speaking of this, when you're establishing trust with a lot of your customers, what would you say Jumia does in order to retain these customers, especially when it comes to trustworthiness?
So on the trust, we have worked on different pillars. One over the year has been market education. We have tried to explain what we do, to explain the convenience and the benefit of e-commerce in general through marketing, but also through specific content on our platform. We have plenty of specific contents and videos that customer can access to better understand how to find the right product on the platform, how to, the different payment option, the return process, etc. We have also tried to get closer from our customers by developing a dense network of pickup stations across the entire country, so that customers can actually relate and get closer from the brand. And we have also developed a network of independent sales agents that are earning commission on all the orders that they place on Jumia. It allows basically to get closer from the customer and to earn their trust, because you don't order only from an e-commerce platform, but you order from someone you know, a colleague, a family member, a relative, and this person generally, first gets some training and generally has a very good understanding of the Jumia processes and how to work the platform, or how to best use the platform.
Charles is basically talking about establishing a network of trustworthiness. Kevin, if you could just tell us, when you are trying to expand your outreach, how do you use these network systems? How do you get to this person who gets to this person who makes sure that the sale eventually happens?
Basically, we've really developed marketing tools which happen to be accessible by just anyone. And then we've also managed to work with, we can call them agents from different areas, in a manner that whenever we have a client, like let's say in Mombasa, we have a representative there who will be able to provide services to the neighboring areas around in Mombasa, and so forth and so on. Also, another thing we've tried to do is to keep a closer connection with our clients who've purchased from us before. With constant communication has made it easier for them even to share more information about us and our services, yes.
And that's how you build up a reputation, and that's how you can build up a reputation for your business. We go for a very, very short break, but when we come back, we're going to be talking about the penetration of e-retail. Do not touch that dial. We'll be right back.